Mayor Johnny Ford.
Here.
Councilperson at Large Tony Haygood Jr.
Here.
Councilperson District 1 Frank Christopher Lee II.
Here.
Councilperson District 2 Alan Whitehead. Here. Councilperson District 3 Georgia White Moon. Here.
All right, we hereby call this city council meeting to order. The first thing that we will do is provide an opportunity for the members of the council to add or suggest any amendments to the agenda. That is the way we will function in the future, always give the opportunity for making amendments. I have some that I'd like to share with the council. One, I would suggest that we amend the agenda in the following ways. One, these ordinances to be placed on the agenda. A, repeal ordinance number 2012-5, approving the issuance of warrants, which is ordinance number 2013. In other words, the previous administration issued bonds, authorized the issuance of bonds. We simply asked the previous outgoing administration to give us the courtesy as a new administration to look at issuing bonds. We also, as a new administration, when we look at our financial situation, may see other areas that we may need to include in a proposed bond issue. So that is the first item. B, repeal ordinance number 2012-6, adopting post-issuance procedures for tax-exempt government bond. Ordinance number 2013. This post-issuance requirements that were approved by the previous administration binded this administration because these commitments that were part of the bond issue would go several years hence into the future. And being a new administration, we simply ask for the courtesy to adopt the appropriate resolution for this administration. Resolution C, Ordinance C, repeal ordinance number 2012, adopting official budget for the city of Tuskegee for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2012 and ending September 30th, 2012. We simply asked the previous administration to give us the courtesy to adopt the budget. We appreciate the gesture, but municipalities are not required to adopt budgets at a certain time. Although they should adopt them October 1st, that's not a requirement. So out of courtesy, we would simply like to have the opportunity to go through the budget and to adopt a new budget. This is ordinance number 2012, adopting official budget for the city of Tuskegee for fiscal year beginning October 1, 2012 and ending September 30, 2012. Now, a resolution. A, authorizing the city to continue operating on the budget adopted for fiscal year beginning October 1, 2011 and ending September 30th, 2012 inclusive. Resolution 2013. Just as the federal government can operate on a continuing resolution, so can a municipality. So, once the ordinance is adopted, should it be adopted, then this resolution would be appropriate. B, recognizing the Honorable Alfred J. Davis, City Manager for the City of Tuskegee, for the service that he has rendered to the City of Tuskegee. We want to thank our City Manager, and we want to adopt it officially in a resolution for the service that he has rendered to our city. Now, are there others from any members of the council that you'd like to add?
Mr. Mayor, Your Honor, I have a suggestion about the budget that I'd like to take yours into consideration, but can we as the council can we look at, instead of disapproving the entire budget, can this council accept that budget and then amend it when we've had a chance to go over it? I'd like the council to have the opportunity to take a good look at the budget, because we spent many, many hours on it. And those portions of the budget that we need to amend, I'd like for us to do that if we see fit. But I don't know how many of you have had an opportunity to go over the budget. And there may be some parts of it that we all agree on that need amending. But to just throw out the baby with the bathwater and start all over again, I think would be a disservice to the citizens.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. We are not proposing to, as you made the term, throw out the baby with the bathwater. We're simply, out of courtesy, it is normal for a new administration to have the opportunity to address the budget.
Correct.
So we are essentially asking that we continue on a continuing resolution. I have made the presentation to the council. Are there any other amendments? What we will do is we will present to the council now the three ordinances and the resolutions which I have presented, and your suggestion will place that under other. The chair will entertain a motion for amending the motion. The chair will entertain a motion that we amend the agenda for the ordinances, and incidentally, let me just point out, ordinances of a permanent nature that are not unanimous, and if you do not want to make it unanimous, you just simply vote that you're not for it, and then we will introduce it at this council meeting, and of course vote for it at the next council meeting. So the chair will now entertain a motion on the ordinances as presented. You have a question? We don't have a motion yet. Chair, the floor is open for a motion.
Well, I have a comment on
Once the motion is, okay, the chair will entertain a motion to amend the budget.
Mayor, I move that we amend the budget.
Amend the agenda. It has been moved by Councilperson Alan Whitehead that we amend the agenda as stated here in these ordinances. The chair will entertain a second. The chair will entertain a second. All right, I second the motion. Oh, okay, it's been moved and properly seconded. The motion is on the floor. Now, your comment.
Are we taking these one by one?
We may or we can, as they're printed right here in front of you.
I know, but for the clarity of the new council.
Would you like to take them one at a time?
Mr. Mayor, Your
Okay,
Honor.
all right, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes,
To the amendment. The amendment was to amend the agenda. Mr. Mayor, Councilperson, I think at this time, given that we were...
Speak in the mic.
Mr. Mayor and Councilpersons, I think at this time, given that we were simply sworn in less than 30 minutes ago, that to amend this agenda, which is an organizational agenda basically structured for new governments to get into office, to receive information, and prepare ourselves to understand the position we're in, that we should not add any additional items to the agenda at this time. We have not had a review of the existing budget. We have not had an orientation. We have not had what you're proposing to present today. So as you say, out of courtesy, I would think that we'd be given time to do this, whether it be 30 days or a week to the next meeting, which is within 1 week. But to add those items to the agenda at this time seems premature and hasty. And I think we don't need to issue any haste with the new council coming in, sworn in less than 30 minutes ago. It's just my opinion. We have nothing in front of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haygood. There is a motion on the floor. Let me just again point out to the citizens, particularly those of you who are here and who are responding. The city manager went to great difficulty and time to prepare for each council member a thick folder which included ordinances, included any information that was made available that they requested. The budget was made available to all of us. I took the time to go through it. I don't know what the others did. And the city manager and the administration, the mayor said that any information you needed about the operation of government would be made available. And they gave us that courtesy. Now, what we'd like to do here, we do have a motion on the floor. And I'd like to, at this opportunity, call for a vote on the motion. Those in favor of the motion.
Question.
You have a question?
Yes.
All right.
You stated that those things were provided to us. Our packet was provided to us on Friday evening. It was a slim packet. It was not full of notebook. No new budget was provided to us at that time. I came on Wednesday to get the packet. A lot of those items were not ready because we were in the organizational process preparing for the inauguration today. So I think that some things may have been provided to some persons, but I came last week, early in the week, and in the middle of the week to receive all the information necessary to prepare for this meeting. That was not made available to me. The package I received for inauguration today was a slim package, which I received on Friday afternoon. So I do register and I'm readiness for such severe action that will impact our whole moving forward. And I ask, as you said, in courtesy to this council, which has just been sworn in, that we be given the opportunity to review that information, and in courtesy to Councilwoman Moon and the previous council, that we review what was there before. To take such drastic action at this time is critical as we move forward. There's no, like you said, there's no need that we have to move immediately today at this moment. This is an organizational meeting, largely ceremonial, to establish how we're going to get set up and move forward. And I hope we can move forward, not in haste, but in a controlled manner where we understand what is before us and what we're dealing with. And I appreciate your consideration.
And I appreciate your all's comments. Now, let's get back to the point. There is a motion on the floor to amend the agenda. Do we have comments from the other members of the council? No, I mean to the other. Our rules normally provide an opportunity for all of the members to speak on the subject. So out of courtesy, Councilman Lee or Whitehead.
With all due respect, Mr. Mayor, I would like a little more time as well, just to go over some of the things in the packet and make the best decision. Because it's moving a little fast for me, and I'm trying to get adjusted. So, I'm not saying I disagree, but I would like to just a little more time to read over it.
Okay. Mrs. Whitehead.
Well, I think the motion to amend the agenda, so I still feel the same, but,
You want more time?
no.
Okay. All right. What we would do, the motion has been moved and second. It's on the floor. Out of courtesy to the council, we will not amend the agenda. We'll just move forward. And our next council meeting is scheduled for, and I want the citizens to know that our next council meeting is set for next Tuesday. Next Tuesday at the regular time here, and we invite all of you to come and to participate. We want to give this council as much time. I'm ready to move forward, and we will give them time at the next council meeting to address these issues.
Mr. Mayor,
All right. Yes.
you do have a motion on the floor, so you will have to dispense with that motion.
Yeah, you can either, I'll withdraw my second, and the maker of the motion can withdraw as well. And we'll just proceed. Okay. Now,